How come Soul carrying the fight when you carrying him? You are holding him. You are the Meister. So how is he carrying as the weapon? You better lock in, Maka. Oh, she just boxing. She RWBY got white power on her side. Maka, I'm gonna need you to take that down. I'm gonna need you to put her down. That's not what it's called. Nah, RWBY said white power. Okay, we are here. What's good, y'all? We are on this death battle. I don't watch them too often. I do want to watch more of them, but I just haven't really hit the gas on them. But I was on. I booted up YouTube before stream, right before stream, and I saw Maka on my recommended page, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Soul Eater, Soul Eater, Soul Eater. I'm like those Nemo birds. Except Soul Eater, Soul Eater. That's me. So I'm like, you got a Soul Eater death battle? I'm there. And then I have watched RWBY. I don't know how far I got. I got pretty far in though. I'm not 100% caught up. I don't even know if that's still like ongoing. I guess the whole Easter thing. I don't even know. I just know I stopped watching RWBY roughly around like season 6. I think it was like 6. I think it was like season 6 or something like that. I don't know. I got a pretty decent way through. I enjoyed a lot of RWBY, but I kind of just fell off of it. I do love my scythe users, so we got RWBY versus Maka. In my opinion, again, I don't really remember or know RWBY scaling, despite having seen as much as I did. But Maka got that. Like, Maka is clearing RWBY, right? I don't even remember all that. Look, I don't even remember. I just remember RWBY had swung her scythe, and then she had like some powers. Was her eyes turning white? I don't even remember. There was something about the color white that she could do or something. I don't know. It's been a very long time. But I think Maka got this though, right? I feel like Maka got this. What the fuck is RWBY gonna do? That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. What up, Turbo Overman? But we gonna see what's going on. Again, I'm not caught up with RWBY, so they're gonna probably say some stuff that she can do and also jog my memory on that. As for Soul Eater, I have only watched the anime. I do really want to read the manga because I heard the manga is so much better and takes things a lot differently. And they're also stronger and shit in the manga, of course. So they're probably gonna spoil that here. I don't mind, but yeah, just letting y'all know where my knowledge is at on the two. So we gonna see. Yeah, the silver eyes. Oh yeah, I got it. Yo, that, please tell me that fight is gas. Please tell me that fight is gas, bro. I love scythe battles, bro. It's so crazy to me how Maka was spinning that scythe in episode 1 of Soul Eater, just for her to never use that scythe like that shit ever again.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there's nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
It's so weird hearing this.
Who disappeared?
Because like when I got into RWBY, I was into that shit, right? Like it was a whole RWBY phase. I had binged several seasons. Like I think at the time of me starting, there was like four of them out or something like that. So I was just like going through that. I was all over it. It was like I loved RWBY a lot, and then I just fell off so hard by season 6. I was like, oh, okay. So like them talking about it is kind of like jogging my memory, like, oh my god, I really used to fuck with this shit. I think one of my biggest problems was that, like, dang, I was really wanting them to somehow bring old girl back with the red hair, but they just did not. And I'm like, yeah, she's cooked. Some of the characters were pretty fucking cool though. I really did like this series.
Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead of Premier School for Huntsmen and Huntresses, RWBY clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. RWBY doesn't
like. I want y'all like. I don't even think I've told this. I don't think I've ever told this story on stream. Actually, now that I think about it, but like I was so into RWBY that like. I was so into RWBY that when I seen that one black dude, right? I don't remember his name, but it was a black dude and his powers was like jazz music with the trumpet or some shit like that. And he had like the fedora and shit. Like he was looking nice. He was clean. I forgot his fucking name, but he had like he would wear like grays and whites and like cyan or something like that. I don't remember. But his whole power was like he was hitting that trumpet and that shit was, I guess, doing damage or something. I don't remember. I thought he was clean as hell. I was like, yo, this dude is fire, right? And another thing, other than RWBY, that I had a era like / hyperfixation with was VR chat, unfortunately, right? So before I transition, my lore is gonna be so RWBY code, it's insane. Like I love this stuff. Yeah, I think I know who you mean. Okay, yeah. I had this VR chat phase. I'm glad I got out of that. But at the time, I was in a phase and during that phase, there was like no black characters, like black avatars that I could use in VR chat or find. It was impossible. It was always like white fuck boys and shit like that, and I could never find black characters, and that shit was pissing me off. So I was like, you know what, fine, here we go. So I went and I learned how to use Blender. I went through guides, all that shit. I literally learned how to use Blender, and I even made an object and everything first just to like learn the program. And then after that, I went and made a I was like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and make myself a model, right? I went like a good 2-3 months. I'll say 2 months, because it wasn't too long. It was like 2 months of me using Blender, between learning to make the object and then being like, all right, here we go. I went and I scrounged the internet for reference sheets of the black dude from RWBY that I'm talking about. And then I went and I threw that in Blender too, so the reference in Blender, so I can go ahead and get started on making my own freaking 3D model in Blender, and then learn how to rig it and everything so that I could put it in VR chat and finally have a cool black character as an avatar. So long story short, I ended up giving up after like I just stopped caring to do all that, like after I want to say like a week of doing it. I was like, nah, I don't care, I'll put this off, I'll get back to this. And then I was like, fuck this shit. And not like even just fucking the model, but like fuck this shit on like VR chat, because like my phase had ended. But that's just that just goes to show how much I was into RWBY for me to just get this dude from this show and be like, I'm gonna freaking learn Blender just so I can get this dude in the game or in the VR show. It was a whole thing. Kishin learned in Blender for a RWBY character is some crazy lore. I know you mentioned that you were big on RWBY before, but never heard of it. Yeah, like it's just like it was just so random. It was just so random, but I was big on RWBY. Like another thing I was big on RWBY was like, what was it? There was something else. There's something else. Did one of y'all mention? Because I think one of y'all said something, and it made me think of it. Oh yeah. Another thing too is I was really big on another thing is because around that time is when I got my VR headset. So like I got into Beat Saber. When I tell you I had so much RWBY music, I had a bunch of RWBY music in my Beat Saber. Like with the custom songs, like RWBY had me. RWBY had me in a chokehold. Beat Saber still goes hard. Yeah, I had my anime opening music. I had my Spotify playlist music, and then I had freaking RWBY music in that shit. Another thing to show that I was like super crazy in the RWBY too was that I remember like my very first time trying Fallout. Right, I had tried Fallout 4 briefly, and I didn't really stick on it. Whereas like now I played Fallout 3 last year, and I fucking love Fallout now because of Fallout 3, and I'm in the middle of playing New Vegas off stream. But anyways, I had tried Fallout 4 once, and was looking at the mods, and there was an anime music mod to put on the radio in the game, and I did that, and then there was RWBY music in that shit, and I was like, when I tell you, like, I was only ever going crazy on the anime music radio when it was a RWBY song. So yeah, that shit's just funny. Flint Cole. Oh, okay. I knew it had like it was like a F word or a F name or something like that. Thank you, Flint Cole. Yeah, that dude. I remember when I first saw him, I was like, yo, who's this dude? I know, I'm sorry, I've been going on for several minutes about RWBY, but them just talking about RWBY for this 1 minute and 4 seconds really just like took me back on like, dang, I really fucked with this shit.
Leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. RWBY made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grim.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. RWBY's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being
one thing I will say is the way that I was talking about Maka episode 1, RWBY was consistently actually fighting like that, like spinning her
she
shit.
might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except
their shit is called aura. I don't even remember that.
Utilize it in combat without.
Pyrrha, is that her name? I don't remember.
A barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When RWBY slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world: fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a
hawk.
God,
like when I tell you that shit gave me genuine depression. I wanted her back so bad. I was like,
she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but RWBY can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
RWBY blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Lake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I get it. Team RWBY.
But RWBY's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
RWBY's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally
that was my first ever loss in animation.
Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say
some baddies in this shit.
Happily ever after.
But RWBY wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really
not have to say she was dead? I was coping so hard for. After Pyrrha, I coped every season hoping they were gonna do something with her.
Only thing she needed. she had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura, and Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and
That shit was going. That
Ruby
shit, like,
can
she was
rocket
moving
from one
crazy
point
with
to
that
another
shit.
in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny,
Ah,
Ruby's
I used to
semblance
love
is
Penny.
extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make
She gonna
flying
come back,
missiles
she'll
look
be back.
completely Still.
Hitler
Good
probably
luck
literally
tagging her
got
with a
eaten,
bullet
yeah.
Or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time.
What do you mean you used to
They've
love
dodged
Penny?
actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake.
Well,
who can keep
when
up
I
with the
watched,
most
I loved
cringe
Penny, yeah.
goddess of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the God of Light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness!
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team
It's-
could even
it's
match
weird
the
that-
Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
It's weird that
Including
Ruby is
Harriet,
big,
whose
right?
super
But
speed
like,
semblance was totally
not as
outclassed
big as
by
it could have
Petalburst.
been.
And Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle.
Which I know there's a lot of
these are
reasons
some
for
pretty
that, but-
powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember,
It's just
Ruby is
interesting.
only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending
Yeah,
a
like they
message of
literally got a
unity to
whole
the rest
anime
of the world.
adaptation, and that
Ruby
didn't
had
like,
finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more
That
step
still
toward the
wasn't,
day we've waited
you
for.
know. It's just a weird situation.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
We all make decisions
Man,
every day.
I keep
but
getting so
on
many
Prize
fucking
Picks,
ads for this
making
shit
the
on
right choice
TikTok.
can get you paid.
And hey, football season is just kicking off right now, so it's the perfect time to jump
But
in and
freaking
join the hype.
Drewski,
It's easy to play. Just pick more or less on two.
Sound soul dwells within a sound mind.
yeah, Soul
But all the
Eater.
unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a
Yeah, the
Kishin.
choreography was crazy.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules.
I just want to say this right now. There's times where I'm like, damn, I wish I was either A, not broke, or B, like, if I blew up. Because if I had some of the money that these other big VTubers had, I would be doing some crazy shit. I have so many ideas on, like, shit I can implement with, like, just, like, I guess, lore and my model and content and stuff like that. Because, like, I had, like, a really good idea / revelation. Actually, like, literally earlier today. And I was like, damn, too bad I can't afford that. Too bad I can't afford that. Because when I tell y'all, the idea I had in mind would be so fucking sick. Because, like, between my own ideas and plans, and then just the amount of, like, inspiration stuff I have from, like, you know, of course, the obvious, like the Naruto, you know, DNA, and then the Soul Eater DNA. Like, there's so much shit I want to lean into, especially because, like, I feel like, well, I don't feel like, I know a lot of my stuff is, you know, Naruto leaning, but I actually lean more towards Soul Eater stuff. But nothing really shows that unless you're really paying attention. because it goes over a lot of people's heads. But it's like, man, there's a lot of stuff I want to do that will be Soul Eater leaning as well, but I'm broke.
Literally, his
Blow me up,
name is
y'all.
Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and
So many
consumes
mental
lost
enemies
souls
brought to
to
life.
keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper?
Name,
More like
tattoo,
Jack the
Naruto
Fraud.
advantage
And
weapon.
so, the demon
Billy
weapon Soul
Sawyer, yeah.
was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework," and then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims
I miss
high.
this shit
With
so
that
much.
common goal, Maka and Soul formed the dream.
I gotta pause this real quick. Did I show me an edit? Actually, no. Either. Well, no. Yeah. She did send me that. She sent me a Soul Eater edit. Actually, yeah. No, she did send me one, but I think the following day, I had one had popped up on my recommended or on my For You page. I got depression when I watched that shit because it was so good. It was so good. But then I'm like, man, if these motherfuckers don't make this show, if they don't reboot this show, I swear. Fire Force Season 3, I can't wait for that shit to end. Solely so I can get my freaking Soul Eater. I'm like, please announce that shit afterwards. Oh my god. Because I cannot live unless they bring that shit back. And I feel like there are way too many Soul Eater fans for them to just not do it. You know? It's driving me crazy. It's driving me actually mentally insane. Okay? But yeah.
Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka.
That's another thing I like about this show. Is that you have your, like, the side characters. The side characters are just as fucking strong. Like, they get down to. Like, Blackstar was going fucking nuts, right? And I really appreciate when they don't Naruto that shit, right? Where, like, because when I I don't even know how to express how I feel about the Rock Lee situation, right? Because, like, Guy took that over because of him versus Madara and shit, right? But it's like, man, like, I don't even know how to look at Rock Lee. But yeah.
and Soul to improve their teamwork through soul resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical.
Like Rock Lee
Rather,
lost the
wavelengths
plot
are the
armor.
means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's soul resonance.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed
Yeah,
Soul.
nah, I will
Now Soul had an
never,
ogre
I will
pal in
never
his head,
look
waiting
at
for
the
him to
Black
swing
Star
on over and play
haters
the piano. Yep,
with
Soul got
any,
infected with black blood.
like, yeah,
Blood
no.
was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens
I
and
will immediately
strengthens its user's body
side-eye
inside and
any
out,
Black Star
increasing their
haters. I don't
physical
care.
ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black
'Cause
blood
you know
too,
my blood is
even
black.
The crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon. away
Damn, it's
from
like
Maka.
that.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the
Dude,
truth.
so like they say here, like, how come Soul carrying the fight when you carrying him? You are holding him. You are the Meister. So how is he carrying as the weapon? That's big spoil. Yeah. I was saying I was gonna expect manga spoilers here because that's just how these are. But I ain't tripping. I will read the manga at some point though, solely because like. As someone who is anime only on everything, like if I'm gonna read any manga, it's gonna be motherfucking Soul Eater. That is going to be my first pick. Like absolutely.
Truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor
Oh,
literally
shit.
made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic
Oh yeah,
sound
Maka.
wave.
Look,
So
RWBY ain't got
freaking
shit. I'm
At the same
sorry.
time, Soul discovered he
RWBY
could
is
hack
not
souls and directly
stopping
transmit
this,
Maka's
bruh.
anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down. through
RWBY
Soul
ain't
Adagio.
doing
And they
shit.
finally achieved Death Scythe. The dream's here, baby.
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka
That's fucking-
and Soul
he
flew
really
to the
loses
moon.
so
The
badly.
moon's small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final
Like, that
approach,
shit is
the
so
Kishin
hard.
Hunt slash Maka chop. Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul
I need my own
dwells within a
absolute
sound
cinema.
mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
They are fucking dog
Congratulations
walking
to
RWBY, bruh.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal, so we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's www.deathbattle.gg.
200 episodes. Let me know if y'all want to see me watch more.
Death Battle merch, the whole episode archive, including episodes not on YouTube.
Go ahead and leave a
bunch
like.
of behind-the-scenes goodies.
Go ahead and
If you sign
subscribe.
up today, you can use our code.
Go ahead and comment.
200 to get 20% off.
But if no one
You can only
sees this
grab
video,
discount in the
then
next 2
whatever.
weeks.
I'm going
So
to talk
use
into the
code
void. Fuck it.
DB200 to get 20% off your website membership as soon as you can.
Where else are you gonna find such absolute cinema?
I need my own absolute cinema.
No, really, we made an absolute cinema desk mat that's on the store. Cool as fuck.
Like, that shit.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a scythe battle!
Here we go.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh,
Your
Soul looks really
humanity
good.
Strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has come. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe. Oh, that's so cool. Your soul is ours. I like my soul, thanks.
He looks really good too. I think Maka's the only one that looks weird to me.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
Said, fuck them pedals. Okay, y'all give her that. You better lock in, Maka. She just boxing. She just beating her.
Get back here!
Yeah, see, look, Maka about to fuck her up. Fucking her, yeah, them bullets ain't doing shit. That one did. Yeah.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose.
All right, well,
and
she gonna have to. You have to put her down. Put Ruby down.
Adagio!
Ruby!
Ruby got white power on her side. Maka, I'm gonna need you to take that down. I'm gonna need you to put her down. Oh! This. Yo, she just flung her shit up in the air, sliced her in half. She is dead as hell, bruh. That's not what it's called. Nah, Ruby said white power. Maka said shut your ass up. Oh nah. She cut her in half, bruh.
A simple, honest.
Go ahead and eat her.
Ruby Rose, huh?
Go ahead and eat her. I knew
Rest
Maka
in
was
peace,
wiping that
Ruby.
shit.
But hey,
And I didn't even know about the black blood dress shit because I haven't seen them or read the manga yet. But even without that knowledge, I knew Maka was fucking her up, bruh.
it's not often you
Like-
get to see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through
That shit
steel.
is funny.
But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed
Maka said he
mountains.
lives in the
Now,
hood.
Team
What do you
Ruby
mean
did
wipe
defeat
out?
Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's
Yeah,
a fast little gal.
Ruby
Maka
is
kept up with
agility
Blackstar,
is
you know,
what
faster than
she's got,
Shadows and
really.
whatnot.
That's about
But
it.
as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed would be key to
Okay.
winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's Scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's Scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's Scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing.
Yeah, she
with
can
her
go
weapon.
crazy with
Soul's
that.
own control is still a factor here.
Whereas
but
it's
it
kinda
doesn't
Soul
change that
having to
Ruby's
be-
been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's
And
soul.
going out from
And
here.
Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura
I
works.
said she could see
But
that she
plot
was getting
twist,
weak and
what
shit
about
too.
Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-grim eye beams. Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn
Yeah,
and Soul
the
Evans.
goats.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans? Next time on Death Battle.
But all right, that was good. That was good. I knew Maka was taking that. If it's Soul Eater, I'm there. So I had to watch this. But if y'all want more death battles, let me know. I do need to peep this Miles Morales one for sure. But yeah, pretty good. I forgot his last name was Evans. See, I always remember it's Evans because whenever I look up Soul in Soul Eater, it's weird to type in Soul Eater Soul. That's kind of weird. So then it's like you gotta put in Soul Eater Soul Evans because Soul is a weird name to have in a show about souls called Soul Eater. So then you gotta be like Soul Evans. Yeah.